Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and welcome to your weekly message for water signs. So this is the weekly message for the 13th through the 19th of May for anyone who's a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or guys, if you've got water somewhere in your chart. As well as I feel like we are all made up of 4 different elements, so there could be messages from the other readings as well that resonate, but take what resonates. Know that no matter what Spirit says, no matter what the cards say, it's still up to you guys in your grassroots evolution on the choices and chances you take. You know, what would you like to see as your fulfillment, and how do you get there? What's your grassroots evolution? So I'm going to take a moment just to call in my team of light. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael also to jump in and guide, guard, bless, and protect this reading, as well as any of you who asked for it or would want it. Just ask your angels and guides to be here for your highest good. They're absolutely willing to work with you. That's always what I'm asked to say. So I'm going to ask to be used as the clearest channel for the most far-reaching as well. So what I want to just jump into, as I was shuffling the Keeper of Light, this card fell out twice. Okay, so before I move in any further, I'm being guided. I'm actually even asked to read the book for you. I felt like normally I'd put it back, but when it fell out twice, I felt like it's really important. So this, I can never say his name right, but this is Cernuno's Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this is definitely getting in touch with the earthy things that we have available to us in this world. As well as while I was shuffling, and one of the times this came out, Bridget came out as well, and that is his counterpart. So it may be really, really, really a time for you to activate yourself, activate your life force fully, do the things that you're guided to do, do the things that, you know, bring you joy and happiness and fulfillment. And like it said again, sexual and sensual energies are increased. So use protection, guys, if you're not wanting to procreate. That's one of the messages I'm hearing already. But just know that this is a real time for you guys to use your passion. What drives you? Where does it drive you to? Okay, so I'm going to just clarify these, the life force. So I've got 3 here in this one, and this is Horus, Cosmic Gateway. And I'm being guided to show you forgiveness is at the bottom as well, with open communication and Mercury. But this is your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So if you need to, I'm hearing keep busy. If you need to keep yourself moving, continually doing something, bring yourself passion, know that your thoughts are magnetic. So whatever you're pouring your heart and soul into right now, whatever desires you have, if they're for your highest good and, you know, they're meant for you in this lifetime, keep your thoughts positive to manifest that, okay? So we got another one, and we got Dharma unfolding. Well, cool. I'm not very good for pronunciation, just saying. But remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So I'm not sure if there's any gateways or portals opening up at this time, but definitely knowing that this is also, guys, the divine counterpart of Goddess Isis. So very, very important in when we're manifesting our magic and what we want to see into this world, keep your thoughts positive, okay? Know that your path is unfolding before you, and each step we take on this divine path is a, you know, one step closer to our fulfillment. And we have this Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. And I feel like maybe this is why you have Jesus at the Ascended Master Jesus at the bottom with forgiveness. You are on a path of light, love, and forgiveness. Healing, father healing is possible at this time. So father healing with open communication and Mercury. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So guys, what I'm also hearing, there's path has been repeated twice in 2 of these cards. And whatever your path is for you, do it with passion. If whatever you're going towards, if it doesn't bring you passion, is there a way that you can move forward in something that does bring you passion? You know, if this is a job, if this is money, you know, if this is literally about some very basic necessities on this earth, what can you do to bring more of that in? What can you do to manifest? And I'm hearing as well with this cosmic gateway in our thoughts, you know, it may be a really great time to do some positive affirmations for yourself. Okay, so definitely though, being forgiving with ourselves and others, and with this Father healing that it's talking about with Ascended Master Jesus. If there is any stuff coming up to your conscious awareness or to the surface regarding your father, no, or even a father figure to you, if you're a man, or you know, if you're fathering, you know, what you see as loving masculinity is how I'm going to put that. But this also, regardless of whether it is actually a father for you, or if you're a father, gender aside, forgiveness is being asked. So this may, because we have this guy and saying that, you know, further studies required, looking inwards, this may even be you needing to be really, really open with yourself first before you can open up to anybody else. You have to be aware of what your own thoughts are and feelings, but being open with yourself, this could be writing a journal, but speaking up with the people that you love and being honest with yourself, being honest with others, but willing to also give forgiveness when people are honest with us. And if it's coming from a sincere place, like if it's an apology, if it's an explanation, if peace is trying to be made and it is sincere, Spirit is really, I feel like, pushing forgiveness. Because the more we do, the more we participate in active forgiveness, the more we drop old and heavy burdens, they no longer weigh us down, and we are so much more able to manifest what we want, because we're not holding on to old crap. We're lighter, okay? And we're much more able to think positively and therefore draw in what we need to experience. And I'm also being drawn to say that sometimes our experiences that are necessary aren't always supposed to be pleasant as well. Sometimes pain is inevitable on a spiritual journey. Not saying it's awesome, but sometimes if you've experienced pain in this force, okay, if it's life force here, really, really, you may have to just actively try and release that. Spirit, I'm going to use the Energy Oracle. We have rest and rejuvenate in the reverse. I don't tell me anything else. And the Sun. Okay, so it could be with this rest and rejuvenate. It's in the reverse because maybe that's really, there's a few things here, okay? Higher learning is needed and going in. However, moving forward passionately, and, you know, your sensual and sexual parts of you, root chakra, sacral, being activated. And we have this in the reverse saying, maybe you have rested too long. Maybe it's time to get out there and do the things that you need to do in this world. You know, if you need to rest, take that rest. If you need a pause, take that pause. But after, get up and keep going, because what we got after was the Sun. And that's a beautiful energy. That's success. That's the beginning here and basking in all glory. Okay? I said I was going to read a little bit of this and I forgot. So I'm going to grab it right now. Kernunas. But he is also known as Herni, and he's the Celtic stag god who represents the connection to the earth. So he's one of the oldest recognized Celtic gods and features on the Gundestrup cauldron, a giant silver vessel from the Iron Age. He is a lover of the Great Mother and impregnates the land so that it will be filled with life. He can help us form a connection with the animal spirits and ancestors of our land. And I'm feeling like this is really important. He's impregnating. So there could be right now, some of you may be getting impregnated. If you want that, awesome. If it's not something you want, like I said, again, take some precaution. But I feel like right now, this impregnation is part of the path, regardless of if there's a baby, okay? It's an impregnation of something that will bear fruit, something that is passionate, something that is meant for you on your path. So whatever this is, whatever new birth or new idea, whatever is stirring and starting. I feel like that is what's important. I'm also being strongly guided to. So read the extended message for you guys, okay? There is a deep buildup of life force within you now, and a need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy to be more alert than usual, or be aware of a sense of increased sexual or sensual energy. If you have been unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed and muted. So if you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself, how can you fulfill it? Ask Karnunas to help you access your sexual self so you can express it with integrity in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child and this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, Chernonis, Twin Flame is present too. And like I said, this was here. So guys, some of you may be expecting babies. For sure. But I'm also, while I was reading this, I heard Kundalini as well. So you could, as we express ourselves sexually and sacredly, okay, our sexuality and our desires and our energy, that is really, really, really potent energy. That is really creative stuff. And like the book said, when we deny ourselves those desires, it's like we're thwarting our own creativity, okay? So this could be time to be very open and honest with your desires, with your partner, with yourself, any new interests, but also being forgiving, not shaming yourself, okay, for any of these desires, as long as it's like, within reason, not with, as long as it's within reason, this is definitely be open, get the weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard, express yourself. And I think this is why it's here. It's like, it's not time really to rest. Take the rest that you need, but keep moving along your path. There's success here, and it's time to really bask in the sun and the warmth. And there is anxiety at the bottom here. Spirit, can you tell me what else? What other energy we have? Contract in the reverse. So some of you may be removing yourself from situations as well. Removing yourself from marriages, workplace things. So we have the door to personal happiness in the reverse and blossoming abundance. I feel like this maybe even contract in the reverse, if it's not a relationship, if it's not anything like that, if it could be work related again, but if it's like, no, this isn't working for me, it's not bringing me, it's not increasing my life force, it's not making me feel driven, I'm not passionate about it, I want to move forward, could be get out of whatever you're in, start a new beginning, because we have the door to personal happiness. If we know something we're doing is not making us happy, it's up to us first and foremost to figure out what steps we can do to remedy it before we, kind of move on otherwise. And again, talk to your friends. Talk to the people that love you and get the feelers out for some ideas. But here, I'm feeling like forgiveness. Once you can forgive situations around you, there's very, very much blossoming abundance. Also, with this, get out into the wilderness. Right now, there's so many beautiful wildflowers in the woods to see, and it's really, really, I feel, not fulfilling is not the word, encouraging, okay, enlivening, if that's the word, to go and just look at all the life around you and the things that you didn't know existed or you don't pay attention to. Today I learned 2 different kinds of flowers. I'm not sure what they are, I still need to look it up, but I saw 2 flowers I've never seen in my life, and not in areas anywhere outside of my normal habitat, I guess, within my city, my town limits or around there. And we can learn things every day. So potentially some of this is just getting out into nature, but remembering that you have the power to harness the energy. I'm hearing sexual desire as well that you would like, as well as to harness what makes you happy and your fulfillment. Okay, so the bottom of the bottom of that was the world in reverse. So I'm going to bring in some tarot from the Steampunk Tarot first. and we'll get a little bit of information, okay? So I'm going to ask for the overarching energy for this week ahead for water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I felt like it was super important to bring that Carnunos in because he came out twice, and we get the Queen of Wands. And this is fiery. This is passion. Only one that came out. She is sexy, okay? She's kind of got the leg out here showing it. She's got the strap with the veil back here. I'm not sure if that is significant, that it's black, but her horse is even wearing like a black cat mask down here, sunflower in the hair. This is definitely sensual. So this week could be some, oh my gosh, the Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Being, the energy of the Queen of Wands is nurturing and passionate. I'm hearing like giving, also expecting to receive in this, and wanting to go towards passion. Maybe some of us, this is not about me, guys, but I'm on the cusp of Cancer and Gemini, so I oftentimes also resonate with this. And if you felt like for a while, through a long winter of just stagnancy, like, you know, you're not feeling like yourself, you're not feeling like who you are, this is a really great time to wake up. Oops, I'm pushing my table. But, like, wake yourself up. Know and be honest with yourself about your desires, if this is sexual. About, even if it's not sexual, this is sensual too. There are senses. What makes me feel good? What makes me feel bad? Let's take it completely to something that's nothing to do with arousal, but sweaters, okay? Certain textures, certain material, we may really like it. Other stuff we may feel like, oh, that's itchy. I don't like that. I can't stop scratching. It doesn't feel good. It's too hot. It's too rough. You know, it's too soft. I slide out of it. Whatever it is, this is waking up our senses. Something we like to smell, something we like to look at, something that invigorates us. And this is moving towards it. I believe this might have been in the reverse, so I'll pull a card on that. Excuse me, but then we have the Nine of Cups. It's knowing that you can go after what you want. You can go after what brings you fulfillment. Absolutely possible, absolutely necessary as well. And I'm feeling like some of you are definitely magnetically drawing this in. You may also like daydreams. Pay attention to your thoughts, your daydreams, and know that I feel like if something feels right for you and you feel like it's part of your path, follow it. Spirit, can you tell me about the Page of Wands here, please? I need blocks. Thank you. So the blocks is the Two of Wands and making a choice or decision. Choosing which way you'd like to go. And honestly, how can you make choices on how you'd like to go if you're not open with yourself and others first, right? It's kind of difficult to make blind choices. When we have no idea what we want, where we're going, we just choose something. Sure, that's fun at times. When you're younger or, you know, at any point, sometimes, spur of the moment is awesome. Go, oh, I don't know. What would bring me passion? Dairy Queen. What do I want? I don't know, but let's go. We can, sure, let's say sometimes we don't need to fully know everything, but that comes to a point where we have to know with ourselves in this communication, I want ice cream. I want a sundae. I want a blizzard. Okay? Making a choice. And that, I feel like, is why the Page of Wands was in the reverse. Why is this choice so difficult to go after this Nine of Cups? Thank you. Could be because you don't want to have a baby. And we have the Page of Cups. So you have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands. There's a lot of heart here. And this is messengers of heart. So it could be too, like, you know, get your head and your heart straight. You need to communicate with yourself. What brings me passion? What brings me fulfillment? What do I want to see more of? And you have strength at the bottom here too with the Infinity. It feels like this has been a long time coming for some of you. Really difficult to even get to this point. That's too much. But okay. Tell me about the Page of Cups as well, please, Spirit. at the Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Just a second, guys. Another one fell out here. And the Hierophant. What's your truth? Right? And this has been coming out pretty well in every reading I've done. The Hierophant's been out there. So I feel like this is a universal truth. This is time for universal awakening, universal energy of life force, and to be definitely honest in assessing our truths, our goals,